professionals. So it's another perfect afternoon. We meet on this live session to look at this in one or two areas on the paper of financial reporting and analysis. Remember yesterday we did one question from the April 2025 sitting. So today I will be doing another one. So yesterday we did one. Also today I promised that I will be doing another question. So from the financial reporting analysis, that is April 2025. So for today, let's look at question 2, April 2025 question 2. So I will be sharing the link to the past paper. Even if also yesterday I shared the link to the relevant past paper for April 2025. So today again I will share it as a link under the chat so that it can be easier for you to follow. I know that once you have the paper, you can be able to follow it easily. So there's a link I will attach under the chat. That is the one I'm accessing so that we can be able to look at that relevant sitting. So that we can be able to look at that relevant sitting. So I have said that I will be attaching the relevant link to the April 2025 sitting. So I have attached the link under the chat. And in case of any question, you are free to write a message under the chat. I will be able to see and address it direct. So I have said that we are going to look at April 2025 sitting. April 2025 sitting. That is for financial reporting and analysis. So under that sitting, they tested a theory question, that is part A, but part B was a computational question from the topic of financial analysis. To be more specific, you are supposed to analyze the statement of profit or loss and statement of financial position using the common size method, of which you are supposed to use the vertical common size analysis method and also the horizontal common size analysis method. Remember, this is a topic which has not been in the syllabus for a long period, but it was introduced the last time they did an adjustment in our syllabus. So it's crucial. Sometimes they always test. So we always use two methods to analyze statements. Other than the common size method, you can also use the ratios. So remember that for the ratios, you are conversant with ratios because you did ratios in financial accounting. In financial accounting is a unit in the foundation level. So which I'm sure that already you have done that. So you are aware of how to analyze your relevant statements using ratios. So today we'll be looking at common size method. So I will be able to read the question. So already I've attached it under the chat, but I can read it because for the YouTube, for now I cannot be able to share it on the screen. But what I've done is that I have attached it under the chat. So there's a link under the chat. So that is April 2025 question 2. So part A, they were saying distinguish between government grants and government assistance as per the International Accounting Standards 20, government grants. So you distinguish between what? Government grants and government assistance. So there's some notes I have made on this whiteboard, and I will be able to address this distinction. So when we talk about government grants, we say that it's a transfer of resources in return for past or future compliance with certain conditions relating to operating activities of the company. So transfer of resources in return of the past or of future compliance with certain conditions, relating to the operating activities of the company. Then for the government assistance, it's a support whose value cannot be reasonably measured, such as technical or market advice. So a support, government assistance, whose value cannot be reasonably measured, such as technical or market advice. It also refers to any government actions decided to provide economic benefits to an entity without specific conditions attached. But for here, we have what? Certain conditions ratings to the operating activities of the company. I think that is clear. Then, but part B, that is where now they were providing relevant statements. Part B of the question. Part B of the question, they said venture capital presented the following financial statements of Brook Limited for analysis. So they went ahead to provide income statement and also statement of financial position. Then requirement, they said Roman 1, vertical analysis on statement of profit or loss. Vertical analysis on statement of profit or loss for the year ended at 1st December 2024. And also Roman 2, horizontal analysis on the statement of financial positions. So let's start with Roman 1. So already we have answered the theory part. Theory part was having 4 marks, that is 4. Then now you analyze statements using vertical what? Vertical analysis on statement of profit or loss. And also you use what? Horizontal. 8 marks, 8 marks, that is 16. 16 plus 4, that is 20. So let's start with vertical analysis on the statement of profit or loss. On the statement of profit or loss. So I can explain a bit about this vertical size. The vertical common size analysis. So when we talk about vertical common size analysis, it uses aggregate value. It uses an aggregate value in a financial statement for a given year as the base. As the base uses aggregate value in a certain financial statement. So remember that we can have a statement of profit or loss or a statement of financial position. So it uses an aggregate value in the financial statement for a given year as the base, and each account is restated as a percentage of what? Of the aggregate, as a percentage of the aggregate. So we can look at a statement of what? Statement of a profit or loss. How would you be able to analyze statement of profit or loss using this vertical analysis common sense method? So if it's the statement of profit or loss, the aggregate amount is revenue. The aggregate amount is revenue or sales. No, revenue and sales is the same thing. So the aggregate amount is revenue or what? Sales. The aggregate amount is revenue or sales. So that is the percentage change. You will be able to consider the relevant variable. You divide by revenue or sales times 100% times the 100%. For the statement of financial position, using the same vertical, the aggregate is total assets. The aggregate is total assets. So the percentage change will be the relevant variable divided by total assets times 100%. Our Roman 1, we were given this statement. I have already drawn it. We were given this relevant word statement. We were given this statement. That is the income statement. Then now you were told to do the vertical analysis. You were told to do the vertical analysis. So already you have the formula here that the percentage change is the relevant variable. Our aggregate amount is revenue. Revenue is this. Revenue is that one times 100%. So meaning that for us to do the analysis on the other side, for us to do the analysis right now for cost of sales, because we know the aggregate amount is revenue, meaning that this one will be at 100%. The revenue will be at 100%. So meaning that if it's cost of sales, we'll be doing 168, which is the figure given, divided by the revenue, which is 65 what? 6514, 978 times 100%. And meanwhile, guys, you have seen a number I have written here. As we continue, this number is very important. So these classes we do online. Like now, today we'll be having a class in the evening from 8 p.m. You can consider joining the online classes, the one we do in the evening from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. So you can call me, you can WhatsApp me. We talk on the way forward. So we continue with the analysis. So the cost of sales, we take 168. That is 1618. 408 divided by now the aggregate, which is the revenue times 100%. So if I say 1680, 408 1680, 408, you divide with 65, 14, 975, times 100%, times 100, that is 25 what? 25.8. So that is 25.8. Here we have 25.8. 25.8. Remember that the aggregate is the revenue. That is why we have maintained it at 100. We have maintained it at what? At 100%. So 100 minus 25.8, that is 74 point what? 74.2. Then if it's salaries, also salaries we do the same. If it's salaries, we say 2072 and 010 divided by the aggregate 65, 14, 975 times 100%, 100% times 100%. So you will do also for all other items. So 2072, 010 divide 65, 14, 975 times 100. So that is 31.8. This one is 31.8. So I move to the rent and rate also I do the same. I take 246, 934. So times 100%, I get 3.8. I'm able to get 3.8. So I've taken 246, 934 divided by 65, 14, 978 times 100. I move to the next one. 1567, 938. You divide with this 65, 14, 978 times 100. So this is 24%. So this is 24.1%. 24.1%. 24.1%. So for this one, so 31.8 plus 3.8 plus 24.1, that is 59.7. 59.7. 59.7. So remember that I will be able to deduct this, but this one was not a negative but a positive. So if I take 74.2 minus answer, I will be able to get 14.5. This one. 14.5. Yes, that is profits. Because here we have depreciation. Remember that I need to squeeze a bit so that this one is supposed to be, because according to my statement, according to the statement provided, this one is 3886, 882. This one. That is why we are 59.7. So that if I deduct this, the same way we deducted this from 4,834,570, we got 947,688. The same way I deduct 59.7 from 74.2, I will be able to get 14 point what? I will be able to get 14.5. And now I do for depreciation. Depreciation we have 312,736. You divide with the base, with the aggregate amount, that is, with the aggregate amount. 312,736 divide the aggregate amount, which is revenue. 65, 14, 7, that is 978 times 100. I would be able to get 4.8. So if I deduct 14.5 minus answer, I will be able to arrive at 9.7 here. 9.7. Then also I take my finance cost, which is 62,178. I divide with 65,14. 978 times 100. I will be able to get 0.9. That is around 1. That is, if I round off, that is 1. Eh? So this one will be 8.7. Then if I take my 171, that is for income tax, 284, divide the aggregate amount, which is revenue, that is 65, 14, 978 times 100. I will be able to get 2.6. So 8.7 minus answer, I will be able to get 6.1. 6.1. So you have already 8 marks. You have 8 marks. Imagine you have 8 marks doing this. Just doing this. You can see how the sitting paper was easy from the financial reporting and analysis. We have already done the theory. We have already explained what's a government grant, what's a government assistance. What's government assistance, sorry. So that is 4 marks. The next thing we have done is FATICO analysis. You analyze statement of profit or loss using what? The FATICO. And that is what they needed. You have 8. That is 12. That is 12. The next one is all about the last part. The last part of the equation. The last part. So first we can copy the relevant statements, because we were given a statement of what? We were given a statement of a profit or loss. But now they asked us to use what? Which method? To use the horizontal method. To use the horizontal analysis. Use the horizontal analysis. So you need to understand how you use the horizontal common size analysis method. Horizontal common size analysis method. You were given a statement of financial position. You were given a statement of financial position for 2023-2024. You were told use this method. Use this method to do what? The requirement was you analyze the statements for those 2 years. Horizontal analysis on the statement of financial position. Use the horizontal analysis. So when you are using the horizontal analysis, this is the relevant formula we use. So we say that the percentage change, you have to look for the increase or decrease. You have to look for the increase or what? Increase or decrease. So you say increase for the 2 years. Increase stroke decrease. Increase stroke decrease. You divide with the base year. The base year. You divide with the base year times what? Times 100%. Times 100%. How do you get the increase or decrease? That is what you need to know. How do you get increase or decrease? So the percentage change is equals to, I will use P1 minus P0. P1 minus P0. You divide P0 times what? Times 100%. Times 100%. P1, P0 times what? 100%. So let me cancel something here, which is it might affect our online streaming. All right, so we continue. So I have used the abbreviations P1, P0. Divide P0 times 100%. So that is it. So this is the increase, getting the increase or decrease. So where we say that P1 is the current here. The current here. Then for P0, so I will be more specific by saying current year figures, and this one is prior year figures. That is all. Once you understand this formula, now it's very easier to analyze that statement given. So let's copy our statement the way it was provided. So it's Brook. So now we use horizontal what? Horizontal analysis. We're using horizontal analysis. Statement of financial position. Statement of financial position. As such, our financial was ending on 31st December 2020 what? 2024. 2024. So we have 2 years. We have 2023. We have 2024. So we have shillings here in thousands. And we have shillings here in thousands. 2023, 2020 what? 2024. Then you come and get the change here. And then we have the percentage. That is what would be marked, the percentage. So let's copy our statement the way it was given in the question. So we have non-current assets. And copy it very fast. So we have land and buildings. So we have plant and what? Plant and machinery. I could have copied the area, but my whiteboard was not enough. But we can copy it very fast. So here we have 33, 89, 440. These are some of the simple questions. And when they appear in your exam, you need to start with them. You get your 20 marks. You go to the next one, you get 20 marks. You go to the third one, you get 20 marks. If you feel like continuing with the fourth one, you can continue. But if you do your 3 questions well, then the fourth one you do halfway. You have made in your exam. So I'm just trying to copy the way the statements are given so that we produce an horizontal analysis statement. Here we have 35, 49, 100, 13, 26, 944, and 47, 930. I think this one was 40 what? 49, 22, 3, 974. Then here there's accumulated depreciation. So accumulated depreciation here is 25, 91, 522. This one is 28, 37, 670. So that our property, plant, and equipment, the value for these are total non-current assets. The value here is 2064, 088. Then this one is 2086, 304. So we continue with this side. So guys, who would like to join my online classes? Classes are ongoing. We do classes in the evening. Other than this YouTube live sessions, you can join my online classes. We do classes even over the weekend. Also during the evening, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. And also I will be introducing revision classes in the early morning. So my number is this one. 0728 760 546 546. So after accumulated precision, still we are copying the statement the way it was given before we do the analysis. We were given statements for 3 years, 2023, 2024. Then here we get the change. And at the end we have a percentage. With the change and a percentage. So the next one was goodwill. The next one is goodwill. So goodwill is 433,210. 433,210. Then this is 505. 58. So up to this point, we have total assets of 2497, 298. And on the other side is 2591, 884. 884. And after that, we go to the current assets. So current assets, we have inventory, trade receivables, and cash. Inventory, trade receivables, and the cash. Trade receivables. This 134,046, 134,046. This one is 93,176. And this is 147,266, 266. Total is 374, 488. Then on the other side is 141,118. We have 87, 888. And we have 124, 542. So that we have a total of 353, 548. So this is the total current assets. Total current assets. So the total assets, those here we have total. So now the total here, you add this and this. These are just statements given direct. If you add them, you will be able to get 28, 2871, 786. So guys who have joined this live session, kindly share it to other platforms, and remember to subscribe to this channel. Also, I've said I do classes during the evening. You can join. You can join my online classes from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Also, early morning, we have classes from 5:30 to 7 a.m. So we continue with the analysis. I'm almost done with writing the relevant statements the way they were given. Then we do the analysis. So then we have financed by equity and liabilities. Financed by equity and liabilities. So we start with what? Equity. We start with equity. So the equity is ordinary share capital and retained earnings. Ordinary share capital and retained earnings. The retained earnings. So ordinary share capital which was provided is 1015, 472. And on the other side is 1025, 470. Then here is 1172, 392. Then here is 1451, 668. 668. So we get 156, 920. This one 426, 198. 198. The non-current liabilities. We have loan notes. We are having loan notes of 194, 1650. This is 222, 7898. Then current liabilities. So current liabilities, we have trade payables. Last but not least, in terms of writing the statement, then we analyze. We have accrued expenses. We have the accrued expenses. We have 824, 2224. We have 262, 832. We have 854, 320. This is 289, 412. So this one gives us a total of 1087,056, 1087,056. And this is 1140 what? 43, 732. So that they are total equity and liabilities. Total equity and liabilities. It's all about 2871. Same as assets. Same as these. Total assets. 2871, 786. And this is 29, 45, 432. Alright. So now here you were told that use which method? Horizontal. We use the horizontal. We use the horizontal. Horizontal. So you can see here we have the horizontal common size, and the percentage change is all about increase or decrease. Divide the base here times 100%. So I use P1. So I'll say that is P1 minus P2, and that is P1 minus P0. You divide P0 times 100%. So that the current here is 2024. This is our P what? P1. The figures for this is P1. Then for 2023 is P0. We have P0. So if we check P1 minus P0, we get the change. We get the change first. So right now the first year, I take 35, 49. 35, 40, 100 minus 33, 89, 440. I get a change of 159 what? 159, 660. 159, 660. And now to get the percentage, Now to get the percentage here, you take the change, you divide with what? You divide with P0. So P0 is the previous year. So 15, 96, 60. So these answers divided by the figures of the previous year. 33, 89, 440. Times 100%. That is around 4.7. All right, we move to the next year. 132, 69, 44 minus 123. So this is 1.2. So 123, 61, 68. So I get 90, 776. And I take this, I divide with this. Divide 123, 168 times 100. That is around 7.3%. Okay, the next one is 47, 930. 47, 930 minus 30, 002. That is 17,928. 17,928. Divide with 30,002 times 100. That is 59.8. I do the same for the total. 49, 23, 974 minus 46, 55, 610. So that is 268. The change, 268, 364. 364. Divide with 46, 55, 610 times 100. That is 5 point what? 5.76. Say 5.8. The next is 28, 37, 670 minus 25, 91, 522. So that is 2 words. The change is 246, 148. So then the percentage, you take this change, divide by 25, 91, 522, divide by 21. 25, 91, 522 times 100. That is 9 point what? 9.5. 9.5. Then for the total, you do the same. 2086, 304 minus 20, 64, 088. That's 22, 216. Then now you divide the change, divide P0, this is the prior year's figures. So that is 1%. This is 1. 1.1. 1.1. That is 1.1. 1.1. We do for the other years, for the other items, sorry. Like now this one, we take 505, 580 minus 43, 32, 10. The change is 72, 72, 370. Divide, this change divide the prior year's figures, divide 43, 32, 10 times 100. That is 16 point what? 16.7. And for this one, totals 25, 91, 884 minus 24, 97, 298. So this one is 94, 586. Take your change, divide with the prior year's figures. That is 249, 72, 298 times 100. It's like 0.38. 0.38. Then we go to the inventory. So we take the 141, 118 minus this 134, 046. It's 70, 72. It's 70, 72. So take your change, divide by with 134. Which is the prior year's figures, 134, 046 times 100. It's 5.2, 5.2 or 5.3 there, if you round off. Then 87, 888 minus 93, 176. So that is a negative of 52 watts. 88. Divide with 93, 176 times 100. That is a negative of 5.6 or 5 point, if I round off, it's 5.7. A negative. Then for cash, 124, 542 minus 147, 266. That is a negative of 22, 724. If I get my percentage, I will take this, divide by 147, 266 times 100. So divide with 147, 266. Times 100. So I'm getting 15.4. 15.4, the percentage, negative. You can do for the totals, but it's not a must you do the change for totals, but we can do 35, 35, 48, minus 37, 44, 88. So this one is 20. $940. You divide with what? 37, 44, 88 times 100. This is 5.6. And for the total assets, you take 29, 45, 54, 32, minus 28, 71, 78, 6. And that is 29, 45, 432 minus 28, 71, 786. So this is 73, 646. Divide with 28, 71, 786 times 100, like 2.6. Remember that these methods are practically used in organizations to analyze their statements, and they will give explanation. These percentages, you can use these percentages to give analysis. In the practical world. These statements are used, these methods are used in the practical world when analyzing your financials. So it's not just for the exam. So it's not just for the exam. So I was saying that these methods are practically used in analyzing your financials. Give explanations. So it's not just for the exam purpose. Also, you need to understand them when analyzing now your statements in your organizations. So we continue, we finish with equities and liabilities. So ordinary share capital, for the ordinary share capital, 1025, 470, minus 10, 15, 472. So the change is 99, 98. This one is 99, 98. 99, 98. So you divide with 10, 15, 472 times 100. So the percentage that is 0.9, or I can say 1, plus 0.98. I can say 0.9. So then one for retained earnings, 145, 16, 0, 16, 68, minus 11, 72, 392. That is 7. The change is 279, 276. 279, 276. Divide with 11. 1172. 392 times 100. That is 23.8. 23.8. Yeah, we do for the totals. We are almost done. We are almost done with the question. So the totals 426, 198 minus 156, 920. So that is 269, 278. So if you divide with 156, 920 times 100, it will be 17 point something, 17.1 or 17 point, no, 171.6. Then for loan notes, 78, 98, divide by 94. That is 194, not 94. 194, 1650. The difference, the change is 286. The change is 286 words. 286, 248. And now you take 286, 240 divided by 194. 1650 times 100. That is 14.7. 14.7. And for the trades payables, 8543, 20 minus 82, 42, 24. The difference 32,096. 30, not 32, 30,096. That is the change. Then for the percentage, you take 30,096 divided by 824, divide 824, 2224 times 100. That is 3.7. Then last but not least, accrued expenses, 289 for 12 minus 262, 832. The change is 26,580. Now we divide with 262 to get the percentage. We take 26,580 divided by 262, 832 times 100. That is 10 point what? 10.1. Now we can do for the totals as we finalize this question. So the difference here 56. This one is 56, 676. So if you take that, divide by with 10, 87, 056 times 100. That is 5 point what? 5.2. The percentage, 5.2. Then the last one now, the last item, 2945, 432 minus 28, 71, 786, 73, 646. Then divide with 28, 71, 786 times 100. That is 2 points, 2.6. 2.6. And that is how you were supposed to do this question number 2. That is how you were supposed to do this question number 2. That is for April 2024. April 2024. Question number 2. So we have done the entire question. That is how you are supposed to do the, anyway, how you are supposed to analyze your statement of profit or loss using the vertical common sense analysis method. And also how you are supposed to analyze your statement of financial position using the horizontal common size method. And also the theory part was all about you distinguish between the government grants and the government assistance. So more work is done in our online classes. The class is done from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. So you can plan to join. This is the month. Now when we are doing a lot of work, because the exam will be next month. So this is the month, this is the time when we are touching the major areas that can be able to help you in doing the exam coming in August. So guys, you are welcomed to join my online classes. At the same time, remember to subscribe to this channel and share the link for the channel to other platforms to create more awareness to other students. So for joining, this is my contact, 0728 760 546. Use it well. Call me, WhatsApp me. We discuss on the way you are supposed to join the online classes, where you can be able to access pre-recorded videos, my lecture notes, and the online videos. I've said pre-recorded videos, yes, for the entire syllabus, lecture notes, and also now the virtual classes, the Zoom online classes, all the Zoom virtual classes, the interactive ones, where you can be able to ask a question, I will be able to answer. The interactive Zoom online classes. So thank you for attending. Over the weekend, I will be able to solve question number 1, because already we have done question 2, question 3, question 4. So the only part remaining for this sitting, the only question remaining for April 2025, the only question remaining for April 2025 is question number 1. Question number 1 is theory. Question number 1, I can see is theory. I will be able to do it maybe tomorrow morning. Tomorrow is Saturday. It was having 20 marks. It's a theory question covering IS10, IS16. IS10, remember, is all about events after a reporting period. They were asking a question on that, adjusting and unadjusting events. They were asking a question on IS16, property, plant, and equipment. You treat the accounting treatment of the revaluation gains and revaluation losses on property, plant, and equipment. Then C, they were talking about IPSAS 19, provisions, contingent liabilities, and contingent assets. Describe 3 conditions that must be met before provisions are to be recognized. Then the last part, they were talking about IFRS 5, non-current assets held for sale and discontinued operations. Provides guidance on the accounting treatment of discontinued operations and non-current assets held for sale. With reference to IFRS 5, explain the meaning of discontinued operations. Discuss the IFRS 5 criteria, which must be satisfied in order for a non-current asset to be classified as held for sale. This one will be done over the weekend. And this one will be discussed more if you join my online classes. Thank you for making time to attend this YouTube live stream, YouTube live session, that is. Asante sana. Let us meet on our next live session, or if you would be joining in my other online classes.